American Ilia Malinin had a poor start to the Olympics, baffling everyone who had already pinned the 2026 gold medal on his neck. Merited coach of the USSR Tatiana Tarasova commented on the results of the men's short program in the team event at the 2026 Olympics. Of course, I was amazed by Yuma Kagiyama, who skated his short program absolutely brilliantly. But this was the first time I've seen Malanin make a mistake. In my opinion, he lacked energy. No one expected that. What do I attribute this performance to? I don't know when Ilia arrived or what day he's been in Italy. Maybe Malanin was acclimatizing, because I've never seen him like this. He lacked energy. How realistic is it for Gumenik to compete against Malanin and Kagiyama like that? Don't you know Petya will skate to someone else's music? Do you even understand what that means? I'm saying I've never seen Malanin like this, but when he's in shape and skates like he's done in recent years, no one can come close. And Ilia skated a huge mistake in the short program. Will Gumenik compete for medals? Everyone will, and he will too. But this is simply unprecedented. Petya skated to this program at the Olympic trials. The same judges and process leaders were there, and they didn't say anything about the music. There wasn't even a discussion. Then I read yesterday that only Russians can use this music. Is this some kind of Olympic bullying? But we don't have time to talk about that now. We need to help Petya, even mentally, Tarasova said. Malanin is the center of intense attention in Milan, and it's hard to say the men's Olympic favorite has avoided it. He's accustomed to basking in the aura of divinity created by his image makers. While some athletes prefer to keep their focus on themselves and their goals during competitions, Malanin isn't averse to sharing his energy with the world at any opportunity. For example, the quad god, as Malanin calls himself on social media, showed off the yellow laces given to him by Russian hockey player Alexander Ovechkin during his first Olympic practice. It's a great honor for me. He also spoke with rapper Snoop Dogg, the honorary coach of the U.S. national team. At a press conference, he hinted at his desire to perform a 5-flip jump in Milan. I'm thinking about it. If everything comes together, you'll see it. He philosophized about figure skating being an extension of his personality. And finally, he announced a quadruple axel combination for the short program at the team event. This surprised those who remember Ilia's disappointing performance at the U.S. Championships. He didn't even get to the quadruple axel. In his free skate, Malanin only attempted 3 quads despite setting a record for the most cleanly executed 7 quads last year. He later explained the simplification of his program as a way to conserve energy. But it's unlikely that Malanin lowered his own level of difficulty because he's so good. There's a psychological trap here. If you let up, it's not so easy to get going again. That's why Petr Gumenik consistently aimed for his maximum of 5 quads in his free skate, even when competing at a minor tournament. He even explained this: to get his body used to this level of difficulty and not perceive it as something extraordinary. As a result, the Olympic team skater's short program didn't even include a quadruple axel. Nor did he perform a clean skate, an under-rotated combination with a quadruple Lutz, a mediocre triple axel, in the negative zone. If anyone skated like a god that day, it was Japan's Yuma Kagiyama. Every element he had was perfect. Malanin, however, lost to him by more than 10 points. A similar skater, without his status and PR, would have lost by 20-25 points. A whole crowd came to Malanin in the mixed zone to explain such a lackluster performance. Ilia didn't try to be original and started his usual rhyme. I didn't plan to win this discipline today. That wasn't my goal. I was going to focus on myself and my well-being. I'm very happy with what I did, because it's only 50% of my potential. These words are at the very least strange when they want to save energy. They don't screw up on jumps, but simplify them, but execute them cleanly. The 2-time world champion also stated that he hadn't intended to perform a quad axel, puzzling everyone who saw his entry, and doubted he would skate in the team's free skate. However, some time later, after the elimination of the 5 weakest teams, Malanin's name appeared on the start list for the free skate. And this could mean that the American Federation could have put the skater in his place after he, not intending to win, allowed the Japanese team to enter a real fight for gold. If before the Olympics, Team USA's victory seemed a foregone conclusion, now, on the eve of the final day of the team competition, the advantage of the Stars and Stripes is not decisive at all, and it could easily evaporate right before the men's free skate. And there, Malanin will be required to put on a decent competitive performance. Overall, the main lesson from what happened to Ilia at the start of the Olympics is that all those who call this tournament special are not lying. Malanin himself admits that he feels pressure. His extra sports activities could well be an attempt to relieve the excess tension, which he feels for a very understandable personal reason. After all, 4 years ago, before the Beijing Olympics, the then 17-year-old Ilia took second place at the U.S. Championships, but the U.S. Federation left him out of the Olympic roster, adding Vincent Zhu and Jason Brown, who officials considered more reliable, to the favorite of those games, Nathan Chen. The explanation is logical. Malanin was considered an upstart by many back then. But athletes don't forget such insults. And for those waiting for Petr Gumenik to take the ice, Malanin's mishap in the short program of the team event is proof that you can't hang a gold medal around anyone's neck in advance, nor can you give it up before you hit the ice. Petr has his own headache in the form of the copyright dispute over his program to the music from the film Perfume. But if Malanin skates like he did at the start of the Olympics, Gumenik could beat him without any music at all.
The only true wisdom is in knowing you know.
Georgian representatives Diana Davis and Gleb Smolkin, who previously competed for Russia, took fourth place in the free dance at the team figure skating tournament at the Winter Olympics in Milan, and Cortina d'Ampezzo, Italy. They scored 117.82 points. Americans Madison Chalk and Evan Bates, 133.23, came in first. Italy's Charlene Dignari and Marco Fabri, 124.22, came in second, and Canada's Marjorie Lajoie and Zachary Laga, 120.90. The United States leads the overall team standings with 44 points, followed by Japan, 39, Italy, 37, Canada, 35, and Georgia, 32. The tournament will conclude on Sunday with the pairs, women's and men's free skates. Japanese figure skater Kagiyama. I was nervous before the short program at the Olympics. I told myself I would enjoy the Olympics, and I truly believed it. But to be honest, I was a little nervous at first because these games are different from 4 years ago. This time I'm competing in the team competition, where we all go in with a clear goal and a firm determination to win a medal together. Team USA was only 2 points ahead of us, so as I thought about how to close that gap, I knew my role in the short program was especially important. It was a really big responsibility for me, so I definitely felt nervous. But the support of the Milan crowd, all the spectators and fans of Team Japan, helped dispel that nervousness. That support really gave me strength, and I think I was able to truly enjoy the moment and skate freely. As for the difficult elements, like the quadruple jumps or the triple axel, I was extremely focused on them. But at the same time, I think I was able to perform quite naturally. The moment I landed the axel, I felt a huge sense of relief, Kagiyama said.